Hi everyone, Addibloom here. I'm interested in all things magic and fantasy, and today I'll be continuing my playthrough of TechnoSorcery, so let's get to it. Alright, so I think I'm actually on the last part of the map here. I worked my way all the way around from the Arcanum to Heaven's Plateau to Augment Mountain, and now I'm pretty sure that this is the last part of the map. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this game today. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get started with the Valkyrie stage because it's a good warm-up. It helps you memorize some spells. It's nice coming back into the day starting with this. And then for a reminder for anybody who's watching this for the first time, you kind of have to press all these keys to the beat. You can refer to their left and right panels to see what keys mean which element. And you're basically playing from the home keys. I can't even do because like my fingers are getting cooked up. Oh wow. It's fun when some of them become like muscle memory. some of these are getting really hard. Oh, that's it. So yeah, with the Valkyrie levels, you basically just play until you die. And you get to, oh, look at me, I am number one. Sorry. I don't know why I did that. But, yeah, that's very nice to see yourself at the top of the leaderboard. But yeah, I think that means I'm getting a little better. It feels like a good warm-up, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the storyline now. And so, I've never beaten this game. This is the furthest I've ever gotten in this game, so I don't really know what to expect. So we're going to be seeing this for the first time together. Unless you've played this. At first you fear that something went wrong with the spell cast, but soon your eyes start adjusting and you realize you are in the undergrowth of a dense forest. You both slowly crawl forward to the nearest light source and take a look around. Okay, I have regrets. We really need to stop using that stone. For real this time. No more stone. I know it's convenient, but I feel like I took a lightning bolt to the face. Indeed, Sylvan does appear to have dark patches under her eyes and somewhat disheveled hair, something you thought wouldn't be possible of a spirit. You really should improve on that spell, but there are more pressing matters right now. You are surprised to see familiar forest land for miles. Everything looks the same as you remember from so many years ago, and then the flashbacks flare up in your mind once again. You and a woman being escorted away, a desperate escape, helplessness. So yeah, I think he's... So the main protagonist is Aiden. He hasn't appeared in the scene yet, but we start the game realizing that he's kind of like recovering from an accident by the Lich, and so now we're off to like seek revenge on the Lich. And Sylvan met Aiden soon after the incident under mysterious circumstances, and they've been together ever since. Where's all the doom and gloom? Not what I would expect from the most corrupt, powerful being of the land took over. Sylvan glances your way with a knowing look on her face. She wouldn't blame you. There's nothing you could have done. It's incredible that you managed to get out like you did. Curious that she seems to know what happened, your first memory of Sylvan wasn't until after the incident, and you never talked in detail about that day. Oh, sorry, just putting my phone on silent mode. Attempting to find answers, you prepare a complex scrying spell to search the area a bit. Oh, it's I was trying to hit a card that wasn't unlocked yet. Wow, I can't believe I got that. So it's nice that there wasn't an individual timeline on each of those cards, but there is the overall timeline that you need to make sure that you beat at the top of the screen. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting when they choose to do certain like timekeeping or time restriction features in this game. With your genius sorcery, you float out of your body and begin drifting around, a subtle spell to go unnoticed. You quickly realize that the forest appears quite a bit more lush than before, and there are massive trees peppered through that you can't recall. Eventually, you manage to locate something worth investigation, an isolated arch on a pedestal located in a small forest clearing. You can sense a few tendrils of sorcery snaking their way out of the ground. And then without warning, you feel sudden pain and then blackout. Me and Bayushi still. So yeah, this game is kind of like a interactive novel in a sense, where you have to imagine a lot of the goings on of the story inside your head. You wake up with a massive throbbing sensation in your head and neck and an odd bruising on your ankles. The only things you can see are the bars of a large cage and the dense forest all around you. Unfortunately, it appears that you are not quite the spell-slinging genius you thought you were. Before long, Sylvan flutters up, looking relieved to see you alert. She begins to fill you in on what you missed. I was trying to get your attention and wake you up, but your little spell had you locked in good. A patrol of these creepy purple skeletons found you after a few hours. Thankfully, they took you as some common local villager taking a nap under a tree. They dragged you here, dumped you in this cage, and left. If they had any idea who you were or how powerful you are, that would explain your odd bruising. Indeed, a stroke of luck, though. Retaining the element of surprise and unexpected power will be crucial in the battle to come. Mr. Champion of Heaven's Plateau, felled by a skeleton with a stick. Wasn't the point of that whole augmentation thing we just went through to make you more resilient? Sylvan makes a fair point. A simple summon such as a common skeleton shouldn't be able to harm you that fast. You still give her the stink eye anyway. Right, back to the matter at hand. Getting you out of here. This cage doesn't look too strong, but let's try a subtle spell to not draw attention. Oh, I did them out of order. Oh no, I'm all messed up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was doing so well. Wow, that felt really awkward. Yeah, so you can kind of see like how strange it feels. Like if you miss one, I was kind of getting tangled up with my fingers on the elements and I was like continuously pressing the wrong button and I got behind, and it was like this domino effect. I got flustered and I think it like affected my performance. So yeah, I get a really low score, but luckily there isn't like a really punishing mechanic where like when you were in the battle arena, for instance, your HP fell against your opponent and it was like way more punishing to miss a lot of cards, but I don't think that's the case for this particular level, and I think it kind of depends on the story and like what you're doing at the time. So I'm grateful to pass, but that was a really bad performance. Spellcast successful, the lock crumbles to ash. You push on the door and it crumbles to a pile of dust on the floor as well. You step outside and the entire cage disintegrates and blows away in the breeze. Real subtle. I think they're going to notice that. Better step up our timeline. What's the plan? You tell her about the arch you saw in your vision and outline the plan that has been forming in your mind since you first discovered it. Sylvan gives you her best death stare. She is not amused. So Sylvan is kind of like his spirit guide in a sense. And she can communicate with Aiden telepathically. Yeah. Last place! No surprise. Go Bayushi though. It's me and Bayushi left in the game. We're basically like at the Hunger Games and we're like the only ones left beside the team members. So I'm pretty sure he's beaten the game, or he or she or they have beaten the game. And soon I will also beat the game. The plan involves using the teleportation stone again. You think you can link it to the gate and have it send you undetected to where the gate connects. I really don't like you sometimes. Didn't we just talk about this? I know we can't just walk through the gate and hope for the best, but can't you use some other sorcery to sneak us inside? The spell makes me feel like I'm in far too many places at once. It's not natural. You are both crawling your way towards the gate, underneath the forest shrubs. Well, at least you are crawling. Sylvan seems content to ride on your back, sitting cross-legged. Unfortunately, this is the best plan you could come up with on such short notice. You just hope that this is the entrance to the Lich's base and not just some storage shed. Right. Looking defeated, Sylvan continues in silence. Eventually you reach the gate and touch the teleportation stone to it. You feel some protective spells resisting your probing. This might not be easy. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ah. Remember, you have to do it to the beat too. So. Oh my gosh. Ah. Wow. Why was I not getting those? I mean, at least I pass. But, like, I feel like my keys must have been misaligned or something. But yeah, the trick is, like, you have to press all of these to the beat of the song, too. So it's possible I wasn't quite on the beat. So yeah, it's about, like, being good at, like, being on the beat and memorizing and being comfortable on the keyboard. And so if you have all of these skills, you'll like this game. And even if you don't, this game will help you get better at them. So for me, it's a bit of a challenge. But yeah, there's probably some people who are like going to be naturally good at this game. You successfully link the stone to the gate. Time to take a peek at what's on the other side. Here we go! 1 star. Probably my worst performance yet. But yeah, they definitely threw a lot of the mechanics at you. I mean, it's just going to get harder as you go. That's just kind of the name of the game. So you got to just be prepared to do all the hardest things. With every new level you do, it's going to be the hardest it's ever been. Although again, like, it doesn't have the punishing mechanics that it did in the battle arena. Ooh, the Lich ritual. Using your teleportation stone and its connection to the gate, you are able to sneak the two of you inside a large stone chamber. You are safely tucked away in a corner with a massive stone pillar hiding you from the center of the room. After gaining your senses, you can tell that this is the location of some sort of ritual, with the gate exit nearby. Let's take a close peek to see what we're getting into. You hesitate as you don't want to risk revealing yourself. Oh, come on, I'm not the one that got caught by a gang of simple skeletons. She makes a strong argument. You start itching your way after her. You first see tendrils of powerful purple energy snaking their way towards the Lich from all directions. The Lich is deep in concentration and glowing as he absorbs the oncoming tendrils. As your eyes adjust, you quickly realize the source of the tendrils. People. Hundreds of them. Animals, too, even birds and reptiles. In fact, it looks like every living thing that a patch of forest might contain. This would explain the dead patches of forest spotted around the land. Every living being is standing around unmoving, staring off into space. This is terrible! He must be soaking up all of the life force within a 10-mile radius of this place. He looks distracted, though. Now could be your best chance. Hit him with your best shot, and don't miss. You only nod. The time has finally come, palms sweaty with excitement, anger, and a hint of fear. You start prepping the big one, a special little something you have been saving for a situation just like this. Forget about that one. Oh, there's a timer on this one too. Okay. That would have been good for me to realize. As long as you stay ahead of the timer, it's okay. Ugh. The trick is not to get discouraged. Like everything in life. Keep trying. I'm getting like a little nervous. Oh, it's a potion. I forgot to hold the thing down. I was like, why am I not getting it? Oh, I'm like getting discouraged and psyching myself out. Okay. Proud of that one. That was a hard one. Oh gosh, I'm like just ahead of the timer. Stressful. Oh, I can't do that one yet. Gotta make sure you pay attention to which ones are unlocked. Oh gosh, some of these I don't know. Okay. Hope somebody's out there rooting for me. Okay, I mean, I did it. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know, that one was stressful. But, I felt like I was staying ahead of the curve enough. Caught up in deep concentration trying to maintain the spell, you barely notice thin tendrils of energy starting to snake their way from the crowd toward you. You begin to feel even stronger. You channel an intense beam of bright white flame, tinged with a purple hue. It makes a dry hum and a low tearing sound as it rips through the air, connecting dead center with its target. The Lich is lifted off the ground, thrown across the room, and craters into the stone wall on the far side. The entire chamber snakes. Master Lich is pinned to the wall for the full duration of your channel, which lasts several seconds. Your spell ends and you scan the floor, hoping to see his crumpled form. Instead, your heart sinks as you see him floating towards the ground in controlled fashion. Oh my goodness. Interesting. That was quite the powerful spell. Let us discuss this in a place more to my liking. Without warning, you feel a familiar squeezing sensation. Oh, he's gonna teleport y'all. 2 stars, that feels about right. Me and Bayushi. I mean, as long as I'm moving forward, I'm happy. Okay, so, yep. This is the final area of the map uncovered. I think this is going to be the final level. Final battle! Here it is. Can I do it? You are on high alert and quickly orient yourself. The 3 of you are now on a platform floating in the clouds. No doubt a fail-safe the Lich had prepared for situations like this. Despite his bravado, you can tell he is taking you seriously. That's better. Now let's have a closer look at you. The Lich slowly and confidently walks towards you, but you can tell there's a caution in his steps. You are held in place by a combination of weariness and indecision. Ah, so you were the boy that got away all those years ago. I knew I should have gone after you. Only someone who shared in my abilities could make such an escape. He squints in the direction of Sylvan. You are surprised he can see her without her allowing it. Then you must be his wife. Ah, makes sense. Her spirit, anyway. You probably summoned her before you fled. That would explain the anomaly all those years ago. I just assumed she was a spirit walker when I couldn't absorb her energy. Wife? Oh, come on now. You didn't think she just appeared on her own one day. Only necromancy could accomplish something such as this. If I had any idea, I would have tracked you down. I could have used an apprentice. The realization slowly dawns on both you and Sylvan. The timing could not have been a coincidence, and over time, Sylvan has slowly regained the qualities and personality of your love. But to have accomplished this with such foul magic, seeming to read your mind, the Lich chimes in. Don't be foolish to think that necromancy is inherently evil. It's just a powerful magical tool, same as any other school of magic. I will concede it tends to be a bit more on the addictive side. This is the price we have to pay for power, I suppose. Power that could be yours. I'm still looking for that apprentice. One Lich can only spread his domain so far, alone. Despite his words, you can already see him tensing up for a fight. You both know what must happen after the history between the 2 of you, but either way, he must be telling the truth. The only way that your surprise attack spell could do such little damage would be if it did indeed share an affinity with the Lich. And this would explain why all your magic has gained a purple tint to it. You decide to ponder the implications later. You still have a chance at this. You just have to use spells that the Lich is weak to. Right then, shall we begin? I let myself get stuck on some of these. There's too many of them. Just do what you can. Oh gosh, I can't like hold some of these. Oh, yep. Yeah, it was just a domino effect. Oh, okay, so you have HP in this level. Yeah, so this is the really punishing mechanic where, and you can't recover your HP after getting enough things wrong. So I have to figure out a strategy for how I'm gonna get through this level. There's just a lot going on. A lot of unexpected things happen too. I'm like, what is that spell again? And then, yeah, there's these points where I'm like, oh my gosh, my hand actually can't do that because of the way that you have to like hold keys on one hand and do other keys on the same hand. Anyway. The Lich begins showing signs of fatigue. Well, me too. I just kind of like want to at least get towards the end of the level to see what I can expect here. This can't be right. I should be far your superior when it comes to necromancy. How are you doing this? Oh, it's not unlocked. Oh, I was doing a card that wasn't unlocked. Okay. Gotta make sure you pay attention to that. I have to make sure I pay attention to that. Doing a little better and better each time, but dang, it's hard to get all of them in. Like, they're moving way too fast, but I mean, this is the final boss. So No, impossible. You are a technomancer? Forgot what some of these are. Ah. Oh, did I beat him? Flowing through insanely complex weaves of spells you only just invented on the spot, you manage to get to the edge against the Lich. He is no match for the diversity and power of your magic after finding his weakness. With one final feint, you follow up with a lattice of fire that ensnares the Lich and reduces him to ash. It's finally over. But you no longer care so much. You simply sit down and look at Sylvan in wonder. They're gonna have to talk about their relationship. Bayushi didn't make it. Bayushi, no! I did it though. Yay me! Okay. Epilogue? Yes. I still have so many questions. What did he mean by technomancer? What is that? Sounds like a party mage. Now that your bond with Sylvan is closer than ever, you are able to form clear words through your telepathic bond instead of general ideas. Is he talking? I remember reading about it at the Arcanum. Technomancers are incredibly rare, Sylvan, partially because only a mute can become one. The magic requires one to abandon verbal projection in order to synergize with the rhythms of the elements, unlike sorcery, which requires verbal incantations. What magic user would willingly risk giving up their power to attempt technomancy by becoming mute? Definitely not Professor Quibbly, so you feel and absorb the music and everything? Something like that. I sense patterns and flows in everything around me, from trees and rocks to clouds and birds. I can reach out and dance with them. That would explain all those annoying looks we kept getting from people. The Moonshadow Princess, Green Drake, Valkyrie, even that sketchy information dealer. They all sensed that you were a technomancer. Everyone except us, it seems. But what about when the Lich said you were using necromancy? Is that what really brought my spirit back? Is that why all our spells have a purple hue now? Yes and no. Both technomancy and necromancy can absorb energy, but necromancy is limited to absorbing life energy, and necromancy can only absorb. Technomancy can both absorb and flow with all forms of energy. At times, I've unknowingly used technomancy to absorb life energy, which gives off a purple hue, something I need to be more careful about. The readily available energy in life can be addictive. The Lich was right about that. So I think that they're supposed to be communicating telepathically right now, but this is the first time Aiden has actually, spoken. So we kind of absorbed some of that Moonshadow Princess's energy, huh? Exactly. She could sense it too. Oh, she was like, I feel weaker. Yeah, I could feel that alluring power through our bond. So tell me more about me. What was I like before I was a spirit? Well, there was this one time I had tracked dust into the house, and you came out with this big wicker broom and an evil grin on your face. Oh, that's sweet. So they're kind of remembering. Okay, I think that's it. I think from here you can just kind of play as you want. Well, that's a cute little epilogue. Where are the end credits? That's it. Now I know the secret of their bond. Very cool. Well, I think I'm gonna continue exploring some of the other features of this game because there's also battle mode and there's I think you can make your own levels as well. And now that I mean, now that I've actually memorized all the spells, I might try to do a speed run. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna think about it, and then next week I'll get back to it. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I can't believe I beat it. I think I'm the only non-team member who's beaten this game so far, so that feels pretty cool. But yeah, if you think that you'll be good at this game, like if you're comfortable on a keyboard, if you're comfortable with clicking to a beat or tapping to a beat, and if you like, you know, fantasy themed adventures, then this game is definitely for you. Cool. Well, have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.